Hey everyone, and welcome back to ExtremeRigs.net, our YouTube channel. My name is Stren, and today I'm going to be showing you the Strix Tactic Pro. This won't be the official review, that will come later, so stay tuned for that. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can catch that if you're interested. The Strix Tactic Pro is Asus's new keyboard. It is a mechanical keyboard with a lot of extra functions. So we're going to unbox this today, take a look at it, exactly what it involves. The Strix lineup, you know, Asus basically had their regular Asus lineup, and then they had their ROG kind of premium brand. And they were doing so well with all of that that they kind of needed another brand to sell. So the Strix lineup is kind of, it's similar. It's still kind of gamer orientated, perhaps more gamer orientated perhaps than ROG, which is also kind of an overclocking line, if you will. So the Strix, you know, it's probably been out about a year now, I guess. So the box itself is quite thick keyboard. Obviously it describes everything on there. There's a lot of macro keys. That's one of the main functions on here. And some extra multimedia keys. Like I said, it's mechanical. This particular model we have is a cherry brown switch, but you can also get cherry red, blue, or black switches. And we're a big fan of cherry switches. You can also do in-key rollover. It's claiming you can do 100 keys simultaneously over the USB. There's also software, presumably for the macros. What else is there? 21 macro keys, that's quite a lot. So that's the box. I'm going to put that there so you can still see it. We're going to open this inner box. Here we go. Alright, there we go. That was easy. So, here we see the actual keyboard. Unlike a lot of Asus products, particularly the ROG lineup, sometimes they have these windows so you can see the product and you know, in person before you buy it. Obviously this packaging is very much for the big box stores. So let's get the keyboard out here. You'll see there's two kind of sections here, and it's protected on the end by these foam parts. So let's just pull this out, see what we find. Undo that, undo that, and there's the cable, and there's some accessories in here as well. So let's take a look at those at the same time. Get this box out of here. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories first, because that's the least interesting. You get 4 orange keycaps. So orange is the Strix kind of lineup color. We like that they've differentiated it from the red lineup. And there's a key cap puller as well, so you can pull any of these keys, and presumably you'd be pulling the WASD keys and replace them with these orange ones if you want. Inside this little thing you get paperwork mainly. You get a little Strix sticker. You cannot see that at all on here, but there's a sticker. You get a warranty notice booklet, man that's thick, a quick start guide, something for Europeans, and a software CD. I never bother with these software CDs, mainly because I don't have a CD drive anymore, and mainly because by the time you get it, there's a new version on the web anyway. And seeing as these are plug and play, you don't need to install them before you start using it. So let's get this opened up. The cable here, it's quite nice and thick. You're not gonna chop through this accidentally. It is braided, and it's a really nice and thick USB actually, and it's kind of got grip to it, so you can easily pull it out. Really like that. I was wondering if this would be a removable cable. Generally I quite like removable cables, but they are a weak point in the design. I've had some keyboards break the micro USB connector there. So let's get this out of here and have a look to see if it is or not. No, it is. It is most definitely attached there. So it is not a removable cable, which is a bit of a disappointment, but there we go. Alright, so you can see this is a pretty big keyboard. I'm going to line this up. I have a 10 keyless here, which of course is smaller than a regular keyboard. But you can see, because this has all the extra buttons and everything else, you can see just how much bigger it is. So that's that. Let's go through some of these extra functions on here. Over here you have 10 macro keys. We'll have to see with the software if you can define any key as a macro key or if it's only these specific keys. You also have 3 macro keys down here, and that's really nice because you know, they're quite easy to reach with your thumb because they're right by the space. All these ones you tend to have to use your little finger, and if you're like me, your little finger isn't very good at gaming. In addition, these function keys at the top are also macro keys. That's quite nice because function keys are rarely used for much, particularly, you know, between F1 and F10. There's very little use for them. You also have, you know, the right Alt button here is your macro record key, and you also have a function button here, which allows you to double up some of the keys for other uses. On this side you have multimedia keys, your mute, your play button, and a volume control, which is a little slidey thing, which is quite nice. Then you have a bunch of lights here, and we're not even sure what all of these do yet, but we're excited to find out. So that's it really for the keyboard. It's got a quite cool shape to it. It feels built quite tough. It doesn't feel heavy enough to have a steel plate in the bottom of it. Kind of generic plastic on the bottom, but the soft touch plastic on the top, and a little Asus logo over here that's kind of nice and subtle. It does have riser feet so you can angle it up, and it does have the rubber stops on the bottom. We'll just see how well that... it does slide a little on the desk. I would say that's more slippy than my Razer keyboards, so that's a bit of a downside, a bit of a letdown there. And I think that's about all we have to talk about. Like I said, we will be doing a review of it soon, both in written and on the YouTube channel. So do subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff, and then you'll be up to date with everything that we publish. That's it from us.